Our sponsor today is BetterHelp, man. When you're in a relationship, you need to look out for them green flags. And therapy can help you do that, especially BetterHelp therapy. You can tap in with them right now, today. And it's look, it's all done online. It's easy, it's convenient. It's gonna make you real aware of what you got going on in your relationships, man. BetterHelp is fully online and it's affordable. And that's a big part. And they serve over 5 million people worldwide, and you can easily switch therapists at any time. With 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties, you can't run out of options. Okay, so discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/trap house today to get 10% off your first month. That's better, HELP.com/trap house. Stop, drop, put Hims on your clock, which is our sponsor today, man. Hims is going to get you that sexual boost in the bedroom, and it's here to help with personalized ED treatment options, and it's all done online. It's already stressful enough out here in the world, fellas, and we want to make sure we take care of what we need to take care of in the bedroom. So start your free online visit today at hims.com/trap. That's HIMS.com/trap for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/trap. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I got Cam in the building.
I'm in the building. What is this? Last 2 or 4?
Yeah, I think it's last 2 or 4 of this particular podcast. Yeah, last 2 or 4. We gotta take 2 weeks off, and then we back on, I think, top of March, somewhere around there. But
I guess you can give them the update again for the people that didn't hear last week.
oh yeah, if you didn't hear last week, we'll be moving over to the Dormtainment channel with another podcast. As we'll be splitting up, me and Cam, since we'll be in Seattle, we'll have our setup there, and we'll be doing another podcast on the Dormtainment channel. We still ain't released the name yet. We got it, but we didn't tell everybody yet. So
Did they
we
put
still.
names in the vid?
They was more so talking about the topics. I didn't see anybody put names. I know on the Dormtainment channel they was talking about some names when I first said it in that video. So yeah, and then I believe Emmanuel down the road will do another podcast. Maybe he'll continue Mayhem Hour. He'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, we'll be transitioning this pod over to another podcast on the Dormtainment channel. So we're trying to get one last one with all of us on here for a little bit. And of course, in the future, we always can have guests, Mike, Emmanuel, whoever want to be guests, we can do that also. But yeah, so that's the update. That's the house news for anybody wondering. And yeah, it's Monday. It's the post Super Bowl Monday. Of course, we got to get into it. That was a phenomenal Super Bowl.
Stupid Bowl.
Let me pull up something while I'm talking about it.
I don't call it Super Bowl. I call it the Stupid Bowl.
Yeah, one of my favorite pictures right now. I just want to talk about this picture and this iconicness because the Chiefs shouldn't have been there in the first place. So I'm just glad that this picture really just shows especially Travis. This is a man that just knew it was over for him. It was the whole bench. It was just a phenomenal picture. And then if we go over to the side here, let me pull up this picture. Yeah, this is iconic. It's great stuff. They can stop all that GOAT talk right now that they was trying to put him over Tom Brady because y'all was ridiculous for even talking about that right now. So this is just good for me. I said they shouldn't have been in the first place. They got saved all season. They should have lost 5 games, but it was, the refs and them. So I just thought it was a phenomenal Super Bowl, man. It happened how it's supposed to happen. They were who we thought they were. And shout out to the Eagles, man. The Eagles are my favorite team last night. I support them fully 100% on this mission of what they did. And I just think it's a good day for everybody. No more this nonsense with Kelsey and Taylor and Patrick Mahomes and all this stuff. Yeah, all that nonsense, man. But it's just a really good picture, man. I just wanted to bring that up while we talked about the Super Bowl. Yeah, that was it.
Well, my perspective is a little different. I did think that the Buffalo was going to go to the Super Bowl, and I thought I thought it was their year for some reason. Just felt like it was their year finally. But I call it the Super Bowl because one, the Eagles are my rivals. Those are my rivals. So
for sure,
I didn't want them to win. And then I call it Super Bowl because it was just a boring game unless you were a Eagles fan or a Kansas City rival. Then it was phenomenal.
That's fair.
But for everyone else, it was a boring game. And
that's fair.
This match, like the NBA Finals, last NBA Finals, that Finals was boring. In this Super Bowl,
who was last?
It was Celtics. Remember the Celtics? It was just boring.
Yeah.
It was a boring series, unless you was a Celtics fan.
I think with these types of games, as soon as it's like when it's 30-something to 0 at half, it's hard to like. The only way that game, 24, I think 24 or whatever it was. The only way that game gets its hype back is that the other team has to make some type of run. Like then you're like, okay. But when if they were just dominating them, it's just nothing they could do. So it wasn't even a chance to kind of like come back. Like the last Philly and Chiefs one was entertaining because it came down to like the last play. I was like, okay, cool. But in those blowout games, it's tough. It's tough, and then it turns.
It's like when y'all got blew out that time.
Absolutely. Well, and for a fan, it was like, all right, well, it was
over
done.
In the first quarter of that game. Like it was done. Like, oh, come on, man.
It was done. So it was like when it's stuff like that, when it's done, you be like, and I know what I thought about. I was telling my friend, I was like, people paid a lot of money. Them Chiefs fans paid a lot of money, and they flew down to New Orleans, and that hurts. Like even if your team lose, which you don't want them to lose, you want them to go out with a little bit of like it was like that one was tough. Travis couldn't do nothing. The offensive line was just letting Mahomes get 8. I was like, man, yeah, it's bad right now.
I'm sure the NFL don't want that either for rating purposes because you make your money off of all the ratings and stuff. So it's like, I'm pretty sure after the halftime performance, that ratings went down because there was nothing to come back to after that. It was like the game.
It was the only way he was coming back. Like if you left, I think like 1.8 million viewers left or something like that. It was something crazy. It's not crazy, but it was some amount that they named that left. The only way you come back to that game, if you did leave, is if like somebody start tweeting something crazy, like "Oh shoot," like something like that. You're like, all right, well let me tap back in. But yeah, it was a wrap. I'm talking
that it was over at 17-0, and I told her like, you didn't see the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl then. That they came back from 28-0 or something like this. So I'm like, it ain't over.
That was Tom Brady. That's a little.
You ain't gonna do that like Patrick Mahomes ain't.
He's not Tom Brady. No. It's too different.
You gotta let it finish first.
Yeah, no.
But Brady played for 20 years.
No, I had to let it finish because in order to be the GOAT, I think you got to beat the GOAT. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't do that either. So it's like,
That's like saying LeBron had to beat Michael Jordan. That don't make sense.
But LeBron, he's done his time. He's done his time. I don't know if Pat, my hate for the Chiefs. That's great. It's not 7. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody at 7.
Ain't nobody. No. Pat Mahomes is great. He's a great player. But I didn't think only reason I said your mom might have been like, if I'd heard her say that, I'd have been like, maybe not yet. But just the way that the offense was running, I was like, once they got to 24 before halftime, I was like, this good. I was like, they don't score on this drive coming out. It could be. But Pat definitely has the ability to come back for sure, especially 17 points. I think he could definitely come back from that.
The funniest part to me is how that whole refs help Chiefs narrative went out the window so fast when it started favoring the Eagles.
Well, because they actually was calling the decent game for once against the Chiefs.
Because there was no penalties against the Eagles no more.
Yeah, and finally it happened because every other game the Chiefs you touch Pat Mahomes, you do something. It's just like, all right, man.
What about the one that hit him in the head in the helmet? That was a clear.
That's good. I wanted to see the Chiefs feel what everybody else felt the whole season when they did stuff and nobody. They need to feel that. They need to feel what they felt like. It was good. I loved it. I loved every bit of that game. It was solid game.
Boring. That was a stupid bowl.
It was boring. It was boring.
I was hyped all day to ready to watch a good football game, and then boom, this is what I get.
This is the things I get.
and the funny thing, the number one job they needed to do on defense, they did. They stopped Saquon, which is
they did.
And that lets you know the trenches is where you win the game because that defensive line was just relentless. Like I will be shocked if the first round pick for Kansas City ain't offensive line. You can't be like they whole off season, offense line, offense O-line, offensive line. That's it. That's it. Build that wall.
Yeah, I would be shocked. Let me stop sharing for now. I would be shocked if that because your whole game plan going in is stop the run. Cool. We got that. You didn't think the game plan was gonna be shit. O-line hold up, protect but them some big boys out there. I mean, they all big boys, but I don't know. They was just sliding them. It was like nothing they could do. It was like, sheesh. Now I don't think Pat Mahomes looked like when we played the Panthers in the Super Bowl. Like he looked like he was rattled because they was coming from everywhere. I was like, he was like, oh shit, this nigga's everywhere. They flying around the field, but I'm sure they'll be somewhere near it next year. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Eagles showed up. I can't even say they showed up. I know. And when it's division stuff, nobody wants success. That's why I didn't want success for the Chiefs. Now I get why you didn't want success for the Eagles. Nobody want divisional success. You don't want to hear that.
Oh man, you don't care as much as I care. You don't care as much as I care. It's terrible, man.
Your care is different.
But they 2 Super Bowls. All that noise they be talking. I hate it.
Our sponsor today is BetterHelp. Look, we hear about red flags a lot out here in the world, man. There's always a podcast talking about a red flag and what you should avoid, but we got to start putting our minds on better things. What if we focus more on looking at the green flags in our friends and our partners and people we associate with, coworkers, whatever it is, man. And you need therapy to help you figure out what those green flags look like, because a lot of times we don't know. I know therapy helped me look at myself and others in a different light. So you need to tap in, especially with BetterHelp. Okay, if you're not sure what they look like, therapy can help you identify those green flags. When you actively practice them in your relationships, it's going to be on point for you. Look, BetterHelp is fully online, right? Making therapy affordable and convenient. And that's something that you need, especially in this busy world when we always got constant distractions, okay? Serving over 5 million people worldwide, access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credited therapists with a wide range of specialties, okay? And you can easily switch therapies. See, I need some therapy for my talk. You can easily switch therapists at any time with no extra cost. Okay, discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/traphouse today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/traphouse. Fellas, life is already stressful. You know what I'm saying? People hitting us left and right with different responsibilities that we got to take care of. And one thing you don't need to add is more stress in the bedroom, man. And that's where Hims comes into play. All right, Hims provide access to treatments that can help you stay hard and last long in the bedroom. And fellas, you know you want to make sure you impress your wife. You want to make sure you impress your girl, right? Giving you that boost of confidence so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. So understand that Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing you with access to affordable sexual health treatments from the comfort of your couch. The process is 100% online, so there's no need for any uncomfortable doctor visits because we all done been in that cold room before. I know I had been in that cold room, and it just like it don't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tap in with Hims. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/trap. That's HIMS.com/trap for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/trap. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
But in other news, the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, how do you feel about that?
I like
when
I think it's a
started looking up in the air, he got a butt coming.
No, I don't have a butt coming. Yeah, I genuinely like the performance. I think I'm trying to break it down from all standpoints, creatively, like visually. I rocked with it. I rocked with it visually. I like the cameraman was doing his thing. I think that was great. I like the visual effects of the American flag, of the political standpoint. I think it was dope having the black Uncle Sam. I think that was a good narrative through the whole thing because I watched his interview with Apple Music before he got like a 30-minute interview with Nadeska and Ebro. Yeah. And so I watched that and I was like, okay. So because of where we at with our creative direction and like thinking about commercial and state and all this stuff, I was looking at all that stuff honestly, and I was like, okay, I wanted to see what he was gonna do with the bit. I like the little PlayStation game theme that they had from Top View. I think that was dope. I think what I will give kudos to him because I know it's hard is rapping without the track because that's and breath control. I think that's fire. I think
and you got to censor a lot of words.
You got to censor a lot of words, so it's a lot of and you remember like not a bunch of choreography, but you remember in some movements and stuff like that. So I think that was dope. All the time I be thinking about when artists perform on big stages like that, it's like don't fall. You be thinking like don't fall. You know, you gotta come down steps and shit. So you like let me not fall. What else did I like? I like SZA. I like SZA's part. I think that because that song is fire. That song is great. I really like the shot of him and his homeboy with that little street light shot with them and he was rapping right there with the homies in the background with the tees. I thought that was cool. I don't know if it was my mom came home. She was like, "That halftime show was trash," and so I was, and I was like, I told her I broke it down for her. I said it's because I said one, you don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. I said so. Granted, I was like, I can understand that. She was like, "Yeah, I just didn't know what was going on up there. I could barely hear what he was saying," and so it made me think like I don't know if. Other part I like before. The revolution will be televised, the whole part. You know, you pick the right time, wrong guy. I loved all that. What he was saying, the looking at the camera and saying, "Say Drake." That shit was funny. That shit was funny. I laughed. I like a good pettiness, so that was cool. But I believe the most part of the performance that people was waiting for was about that last 3 minutes, of course, because it's the Not Like Us, which I figured because that's the part that the stadium knew because the stadium is probably a lot of mid 50 to 70-year-old white people and some young people, of course, but the ones who paying for them tickets and probably got it's a little skewed, I believe. I think the crowd is going to be a little skewed. So of course they would know Not Like Us because it's been televised. So I don't know if the whole people saying the performance is trash. That's a bit much to me. I think it's a little overreactive. Was I like, oh my God? No, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. That's my take for so far. I got more to say, but I'll let you go. Speak your piece.
It was exactly what I expected, to be honest. I know Kendrick as a great performer, and usually he got good set design. And anytime he's on a large stage, he's going to send a message, basically, or have a message for whatever the time is. I remember when he performed at the Grammys and he came out in the chains and all that. I remember when they panned to the crowd and all them white people just just standing there, and Samuel Jackson was clapping, which is a funny like tie-in. About it. But I knew he was gonna have a political message, especially with Trump announcing he was gonna be there. So I was like, I know he gonna do that, and I know he gonna perform Not Like Us. Those are the only two things I knew that I knew for sure was gonna happen. Other than that, I didn't know what songs he would do. I didn't know anything, but I knew he would. Well, then once he announced SZA, I like they got to do Luther, so I knew that. So those three things. Other than that, but obviously I like the message. I always love a good political message. Till this day, before he dropped GNX, he dropped that preview of the song he did first. That's the song. Soon as the album came out, I went looking for that song. Like, where that song? Like, that sound crazy, and it wasn't on there, and I was disappointed. So when he opened up the show with it again, I'm like, all right, he must be dropping a deluxe tonight because I want that song. He got to drop that song at some point. That's first and foremost. I love that song. I love the whole American flag thing and separating of the flag that he did on the steps when he performed DNA, I believe. I love the whole teasing of Not Like Us. That was funny.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Him smiling. He got one of those smiles you want to fight him if he's smiling at you being paid.
Yeah, he digging into that boogeyman role real good. I mean, he know what he's doing, so I rock with it.
Especially that last one when before game over, he pointed and smiled like I was. It made me want to fight him. That's like when 50 Cent said, "You got to shoot him." It was that type stuff.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it was a good performance. I don't think it was like an all-time great performance that like people will be talking about years from now, that type stuff. But I do think it's better than some of the recent performances. Like I like this better than Rihanna's performance that she did at Super Bowl. I like this better than the Weeknd's performance at the Super Bowl that he did. I don't think it's better just based on like the excitement of what Dre did. With all those songs, all them classic songs.
Usher might be the closest one that was close to that exactly. Usher was killing it. It was phenomenal last year.
But see, it's unfair for me to compare him to Usher because Usher is a dancer. It's gonna be all of this, all of that stuff. So like, of course, that is better to a halftime show. So let me compare him more to Dre. But Dre was fun just because it was so much classic songs and so many different guests. Like I like fanfare when it comes to big shows. Like bring out a special guest that I ain't know and this and that. He did good with Serena because that was petty and that was funny for her to be dancing. Drake's ex and Drake been having lines at her, so that's a good get back. But I would be remiss if I'm using the right word for right now. If it wasn't for the beef, this halftime show could have been epic because I know he would have brought out Cash Money. I just know him being a fan of Lil Wayne, he would have brought out Lil Wayne. If there was no beef, like if it was no Drake beef and stuff, I could have seen him. New Orleans, he gonna bring out Lil Wayne as a guest, and that would have went off. That would have went off for
I don't know if he would have did it. I might disagree. I don't know if he. I think
he would have did it out of respect because he's a huge Lil Wayne fan. So I'm saying outside if the beef never happened, we wouldn't even be thinking about Drake or Not Like Us. I think he would have brought him out just for a guest spot, not like a whole. As much as SZA got, I think he would have got a guest spot. I really do think.
I'm gonna go on and say without the beef, he not performing at the Super Bowl.
I wholeheartedly believe that for sure. But I'm just saying, if he was, he brought out Lil Wayne. Because I think without the beef, he's not performing at the Super Bowl. That's just a fact. I don't even think he would have had the album out and all this, all the Grammys. I just know that would have been fire for North. Because everything before the Super Bowl was so New Orleans. They brought out the bands, they brought out people from there, they brought out everything. They brought out Master P. He came out with them. I was like, man, that could have been cool. I'm not saying give Lil Wayne the whole performance like I was saying before. Because people don't want that. But at least a guest spot, bring him out. That would have been fire. I'm telling you, that would have been fire.
I'm trying to think like with certain catalogs of music, like I don't know if Kendrick has the catalog for a Super Bowl. And what I mean by that is like, not that he don't have songs that can be performed. Yeah, he has that, but I think it's for more of a concert feel. It's like the Super Bowl is very, like what you said, it's very much fanfare. It's very much performative songs. It's very much a lot of like hits in a sense, like mainstream hits. And I don't know if Kendrick necessarily fits in that bucket per se for that type of crowd.
I think he could have, but he didn't want to do those songs. As he said, he want to live in the present.
But I know that's what I'm saying. Like, he is such an artist that I don't know if he fits a Super Bowl performative narrative like that, because like if you tell me what artist you want to see at Super Bowl, even though Kendrick is great, I'm not thinking about Kendrick at the Super Bowl. It just don't register with me when you say people like Usher or Dre or even Drake or whatever. Like, if I'm thinking mainstream wise, then it fits. Kendrick is such a lane of his own that I feel like I just don't know if it rings. Of course, you don't listen to What America. You go do what you do. But I'm just saying overall, for the people that saying it was trash, it's like, no, you just didn't understand. That's not. I don't think it's for that. It's like trying to put the round peg in the square hole. It just didn't fit. I don't think. Like, not like us fit. I think, but that's because of the song it was. And I'm not saying all Super Bowls, it got to be all mega mainstream hits, but rapping wise, it's tough because a lot of people ain't gonna understand. It's like, okay, for the people who are older and don't understand. That's why immediately my mom was probably like, this ain't it.
I disagree slightly, because I feel like he got the songs to do, but he chose not to do those songs. Like, if he did Mad City, he could have blended it with guitars and all that like he do. He got All Right. People know All Right. That's one of his biggest songs. Like, he could have brought out.
I still don't think they know it like that though. I don't think they know Mad City like that. A lot of them.
I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know honestly, because even if you keep up with the demographics saying 70-year-olds and 50-year-olds, they probably don't know half them Usher songs either. But is he a good performer? So it does no matter. Like, he's such a good performer. There's gonna be a bunch of people there that know it. So it's just like, if you just talking about arguing a white demographic, they probably don't know that. Like, my mom didn't know he was dissing Drake the whole time until we said it. We like,
my mom definitely didn't know that. Yeah,
she was like, say what? Like, he dissing Drake. He dissing Drake. What? I'm like, well, hold on. I can break it down. So hold on.
That's funny. That's funny.
But he didn't know. Now Lolly knew, my aunt, because I broke it down to her. Months ago. I sat her down on the couch and played every song and video. So she was like, oh my gosh, oh my God, he said Drake's name. So yeah, I knew
that's funny.
So yeah, that. But it was a good performance to me. I don't think it was a great performance. Like, I don't think we're gonna be talking about this years from now. But it was good. It was a good performance.
Yeah, but I believe, I think Kendrick can do it. It's not that I'm saying he can't do it. I'm just thinking about the reason why maybe I'm just trying to see from other people's perspective why they might have thought it was bad, or they could have just been hating. I'm
gonna say this though. I don't think SZA was needed, if that's what we got from SZA. Like, Luther's song, I love that song. If you do that song, of course, but when they said share halftime, I thought it would be a little, I don't know. It just was like, all right. Like, I was ready to let's get back to it. when SZA came out.
I think more guests could have been cool.
This is a filler, especially all the lights. I never cared for that song. So for me, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear TV off for sure. I knew that was going to happen. So I was happy to hear that. But next topic on halftime though. How long until he got to retire? Not Like Us, because at some point everyone retires their diss track. And I feel like personally, after the tour, that's it for Not Like Us. Like, you can't perform it no more after that, or it just feels like you're just dragging it. I get it's your biggest hit now, but now it's like, after this tour, you got to retire it. Every big diss track gets retired. Because I remember people was People were saying Drake kept performing it everywhere, but I vividly remember he performed at it was a small show in Miami. It was during maybe the final or something. And he came on stage, he like, all right, this is the last time I'm gonna perform this song, this and that. And then he did back to back. And I remember Easter, he stopped that. Every diss song has a retirement. And I never had a diss song milk as much as It's Not Like Us and do as much as Not Like Us. Now, the Grammys, I understood. Super Bowl, I understood. This tour you going on, I understand. But after this tour, he got to retire. It did as much as it did more than any diss song in hip hop history. It did enough. Like, you don't need it no more after this tour. You got to retire, or people just gonna be like you dragged it.
Yeah, it was funny because accolades wise, Emmanuel was right. He was right on that. That it was gonna win. Yeah, he was right on that. So I give him that. When does he have to retire it? Because it's in such a different category now with all the Grammys with it. I'm just like, but I see what you're saying. Like, you can't drag it.
You know what I'm saying?
Very specific. If it was more broad,
like,
yeah.
You saying
I can't. I don't have any pushback. I think after the tour might be, I can't. Yeah, I think that might have to be it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see if I can play devil's advocate. There's another way to run it, but like, nah, because even if you keep it going, I think people would get fatigued of it at some point. Right now, it's still because it's off the Super Bowl. It makes sense. Everybody was waiting on the A minor part. Like, I get all that, so that makes sense. Yeah, it might be at the tour.
You gotta shut it down. He
might have to shut it down.
He gotta do it on his own merit now.
He might gotta give it one last, like, hey, this is the last Hoover. I'm not gonna keep doing like this. It. I'm gonna do this one. He's gotta make it the biggest performance.
I see. Shannon Sharp said something yesterday on Nightcap that like really stuck out to me. He's like, they was like, Drake gonna be all right. It's Drake. He's the biggest artist. Him and Ocho was saying, but he said sometimes this is a lesson. Like, what did Drake have to win in this? He was like, he had everything to lose. Kendrick had everything to gain because Kendrick the underdog coming against against I guess who he was facing. But it's like if you let people, they'll trick you out your spot. He said people will trick you out your spot if you let them. Yep. And he said that's exactly what Kendrick did. Baited him, and got him. And when he said tricked him out his spot, it just opened my eyes to one thing I heard was said. I remember Daylight was saying it was like 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. or something. Kendrick was FaceTiming him, or it was early in the morning or something. Kendrick was FaceTiming him. He like, I'm not answering this. Too early. So Kendrick FaceTime again. So or somebody else was FaceTime. So he eventually answered thing or something. And when he answered, it was Kendrick. He said Kendrick was just smiling and then hung up because that's when Drake dropped the push up song. So it was like to me that opened my mind. Like, he just baited this man to do this so he can do everything he did. And it was like,
it was very strategic.
That's a lesson. Like,
it's very militant, right? Even like.
And my bad, last point. Some of these diss tracks were pre-recorded. They've been made. So that made it even more like that was the strategic. All right.
Yeah. He was just waiting. He was like, he probably had it on the side, like, I got him ready for whenever he ready to respond. Like, because I know I've been waiting on this. So, and that's funny. You do got to think about that. I think that's the art of war, right? You really got to think about like, okay, like what tactics is being used right now because. Like, even back when, when we had that spoken reason stuff, like way back when, like, had we responded, I don't even know if it'd have been good. I don't think we didn't need to. It didn't.
I was the main one saying, don't respond. Like, this is stupid. Like, comedy one is stupid to me. Then two, like, this is so ridiculous. There's nothing to respond. Emmanuel was the one who ended up responding in a subtle way.
Subtle way, but it didn't do nothing.
But I'm like, this don't make
because and we knew he was like, he's gonna come back around. He came back around. We chopped it up, and that was it. But it was just funny. Like, you do gotta be careful. Like, even I think that's a bigger thing. That's a funny you said. Like, even with certain women that you deal with, or even for women, certain men that you deal with. Like, what's your position in this, like with certain things? Because somebody can come in with nothing and they kind of trick you out your spot or make you do something that's out of character. Now you done lost everything, and so you got to be careful. you got to be careful.
Be careful. It's even like when Jay-Z said a long time ago, he said something to the likes of, like, if I shoot you, I'm stupid. If you shoot me, you got this big name now. So it's like you can't Jay-Z position, he can't win. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He's dumb if he throw all of this away for you. But if you do that to him, then you just hero and so it's just like it's crazy.
Yeah,
like what do you
be
do?
Careful.
Gotta be careful. And then they said something else. They're like, Drake gonna be fine. He gotta let it go and just move on.
He gotta let it go.
They said, look at Jay-Z. Ether, he lost that battle, but he moved on.
Absolutely.
Look where he at now. So I think the same thing for Drake. Like Drake is, we all know, very emotional, and probably he gonna be high in emotion based off this Super Bowl, and probably he gotta survive. I said the last thing he gotta survive is the Toronto date on Kendrick's thing. After that, then it's officially done to me. Like, not like that. So he just got to survive all that. But I'm like, one thing that you say Kendrick petty, man, what scared me for if I was Drake would be, I thought that he would drop the album right after the Super Bowl. Like a deluxe or some type of album. He didn't drop nothing. So now with Drake coming out on Valentine's Day, if Kendrick really want to get petty, imagine him dropping an album on Valentine's Day. That could be.
I don't think he'd do it, but
if you saying he petty, imagine him dropping that and then killing your project like he killed your best diss track. But
what's Drake supposed to be releasing?
Huh?
What's Drake supposed to be releasing?
Him in the Party Next Door album.
Oh yeah, I had no interest in that. Okay, I got you. That's why I didn't know.
So it's like songs for it's supposed to be more R&B. Yeah. So that's the perfect date for that album, Valentine's.
I mean, perfect date.
But imagine if Kendrick dropped on that date. But look, Kendrick could get too big for his britches, because imagine if you drop your album on that date, but then the Drake thing outperform you. Now you giving him leverage again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But
if he's that, there's leverage. So it's like,
I feel like he's not thinking about it, but we don't know. I feel like he's not thinking about it, but not for that day. But yeah, we don't know.
He petty.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Am I even? Yeah, I'm probably. But me, I don't think I'm really that big of a party fan, so it's not really. That's
I like parties. I do like parties. Like the first time I heard "Party" was "Break from Toronto," and I loved that song. That was still one of my. That's still my favorite.
That's a good
song.
That's a good song.
But overall, Mike is a huge Party Next Door fan. I'm a in the middle Party Next Door fan. Like if he drop a solo project, I ain't got to run and listen to this.
You'll get around to it
when I listen. Like I'm more of a Brent guy than a Party Next Door guy, but I think it's the optics around it. Drake ain't dropped no type of album since this whole beef thing. It's like, it's going to be everywhere. I got to listen to it, because even if you don't listen to it, your whole social media is just going to be there. So I might as well just listen to it and be prepared for the podcast. I got a job to do. So I got to listen to it for the podcast and, and see what may be said on there. There's going to be a lot of stuff to dissect. A lot of stuff to laugh at, too, because, when Drake come on the scene, it's going to be funny. So there's a lot of stuff to laugh at and dissect. But that's that. Other than that, now past that, the commercials of the Super Bowl, nothing really stood out to me like that outside the Nike's women commercial. I thought that was hard. And that Jalen Jordan commercial, that was hard. Both of them commercials, like when they be doing these sports commercials, they get me, man. Hard, man.
Nike, man. Nike's good, man. They good. They good.
They got a good team. Good,
yeah, they got a good team over there. What they were doing for the Olympics, phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
But that Jalen Jordan one, that one was great. Like Love Hurts at the end. Yeah, that was fire.
I ain't gonna lie, if I'm thinking about the comedy perspective, there was The one I actually did enjoy because it's something that we would do. It's almost like when we did Get You a Little Sandwich, because how I just blurted that out was like, let's just call it Get You a Little Sandwich. And at first we were like, but it was like, yeah, let's just call it Get You a Little Sandwich. It was the Homes.com one. When it was like Homes.com is the best. It was like, we can't come out and say we're Homes.com is the best. He was like, yeah, no, we can't. Look, it's Homes.com, we're the best.com. And it was like, what? But then when it went to the actual ending slate, that's what they changed the website to Homes.com is the best.com. I said, all right, I was like, I fuck with that because of that. Yeah, because of that part of it. I was like, all right, I fuck with that part. But yeah, Marvin texted me. He was like, dog, we got to do a Super Bowl commercial. I was like, it's gonna happen, though. I was like, I just already feel it. I was like, it's gonna happen because. Oh, I did like the Dorito. Did you see the Doritos one?
Oh, the alien one.
I did like that. I like that.
I did like that too. That just looked crazy.
It looked like that. That's a great idea. I like that's funny. I was like,
but I thought they was gonna play the barbershop Doritos one. That was so I like that one too. I was like, that's us right there.
Yeah.
I guess, but the alien one was good too. I ain't gonna lie. So.
Because from that perspective, an alien trying to grab your bag of Doritos, I was like, I fuck with that.
There was some good motion. There was some good visual effects on that.
Yeah. No, that shit was slinging, and I was like, that bag would have got let go.
But to transition to something that's not funny, this is why prison's not for us. This may become a segment on this show, but I think I sent it to you. The dude the buddy was trying to rape him in his prison cell, but I didn't tell you that. Okay. So let me tell you all this story because this jump is just insane to me. So this guy, older black guy, telling this story, saying when he went to prison, he got put in this cell with this big black dude. He's an ugly dude, but was on that time and trying to get some man butt. So he said he come in there, and Buddy was like, this cell is every bit yours as it is mine. And he said when Buddy talking, he got on these shorts with holes in them. And so he said his meat keep popping out. And while he talking like, oh, my bad, he putting it back in. So he looking at him like, what's up with this dude? He on some funny stuff. So he said when he got out the cell, because that happened in the middle of this conversation, he said his dick popped man 4 or 5 times, different holes. So he said he went to somebody he came in with. He like, hey man, what's up with dude? Buddy like, man, I just got in here too. But he said, here, he gave him a little knife, a little small little shank. But Buddy took it back to him. So he said they back in the cell, and he heard Buddy do, man, I'm tired of this shit. So he look up like what's going on. Buddy looking at a nudie mag, and he started ripping. He said, I want mine's real. So he ripped the magazine. So let me set this up. Before this, what Buddy didn't know is that there was a hole in the wall. This concrete cell, there was a hole. And what Buddy would do, because he opened up this whole conversation like, you get tricked out your butt in prison. It ain't always this physical thing, it's a tricking. So what Buddy did that was doing the raping, it was a hole in the wall. He filled up a balloon with baby powder. And then he put that balloon in there, like blew it up, put the baby powder in that balloon, put like this mass over the wall and blended it in like you almost blended in the wall, you paint it. So you can't see that there's anything damage to this wall. So back to the story, I want mine's real. He ripping it. And then Buddy was like, you heard what I said? And he said, what? Because you always got to respond with what? Because you heard it. You know you got what? So then he said, Buddy jump off the bed, and he said, this time he hard, and it's sticking out the hole. And he said, man, I'm not gonna lie, he got a big black he said it's huge. So now he's thinking like, nah, man. So he said, Buddy was like, and Buddy said, so why don't you show me some respect to the rapist? He said that the rapist. He said, nigga, what? He said he punched into the wall. His whole arm went into the elbow, and then he's shaking it. He said he looking at him. He could have swore the walls were shaking. He said, Buddy pulled his arm out. It is white onto the thing. He said, ain't no way I'm fighting this man. He just punched through concrete. He said, I'm not fighting him. He said, so I'm about to give him the best butt of my life. That's what he said. So, he said, he just looking at it. He just said, how am I going to position this? How am I going to take this? Because this is insane. Like, I can't fight no man who just punched through a concrete wall.
Because he thought that he just punched through a concrete
that's
wall.
Buddy's trick. That's how he scared people so much to give it to him. So then he said he getting in position to take it. So he said he left-handed. So he pushed himself up to turn around. He said when he did that, he felt the knife poke him in his butt because he had it in the back pocket, and he remembered. So he said he pulled out the knife, and when Buddy got close, he said he sliced him. He said his gut sliced him up to the point where all the other cell people screaming for the guards and this and that, all this ruckus. So then when all the guards show up, they tell him throw the knife down. He like, nah, get him out of here first. He said he's so big, he's scared. He throw the knife, but he's still getting him. So he like, get him out of here. So they put him on a stretcher. He said he just leaking all this blood. And then he said that's how he got out of it. But I was just like,
nah,
man.
Just nah. It's too many mind. It's too much mind control. It's too much. And when you hear it, then they say you heard me. No, my nigga, no.
You got to respond what? Because you heard him, but you can't admit that you heard him. Say what?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, you got to play it cool.
You're terrified, but you can't.
You're terrified. Because in my mind, I'm thinking The Rock. Like, I'm thinking Big Nick, like, huge nigga.
He said Buddy was big, black. He said his eyes was red. He said his nose was the size of his fist. I was like, I'm thinking Green Mile type.
Yeah, big.
Like, nah. But he was about to give it up until he remembered he had the knife.
Cam, I've never been in any of these situations before in my life, and I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I can sit here all day and say maybe he gonna have to kill me because we gonna have to fight. I just never been in that situation, so my mind wants to tell me, "Fuck, this gonna hurt, and I could die, but I'm gonna have to fight. Like I'm gonna have to fight."
I'm gonna be honest. He taking it from me unconscious. Because no matter how scared I am, I got to fight. And if I got a knife, I'm gonna try to kill you. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
This is my life. Like this.
He lucky Buddy didn't hit him in the neck. Like
And here's the only reason I will have to try to kill you, because I know if he get the upper hand and take this knife from me, I'm dead.
It's over.
So this is my life now. I don't want to kill him. I don't want to stay here longer if I kill somebody. But this is self-defense at this point. Like, if I'm in the cell with someone that's they come in looking like, this self-defense. Come on now. Y'all know I wasn't starting anything.
You can look at the guard
look at him. Look at me, look at him. This is self-defense all day. Y'all was wrong for putting me in here in the first place.
you gonna look at the guard like, come on, don't even look at me like that. Like come on, man, look at this man. That's scary, man. I don't want to deal with none of that.
It's too nerve-wracking. The thing with prison is like you never know who your cellmate gonna be. And then even if you get in a good routine in this prison and you good, you never know when it may be someone that come and disrupt all this peace, or they may send you to another jail. Now you got to start all over again.
It's like when I told, for the people that I told Cam this story about this one guy. He was telling the story. He was a younger dude. He said he got into this cell with this guy, and the dude was a little bit older. He said, but think Malcolm X, like real poised dude. And he said he got in the cell, and it's the thing about the top bunk. They was arguing, bickering back and forth, and old dude was like, look, I'm not getting on the top bunk. I'm a little bit older. I'm getting the bottom bunk. And Buddy was like, he was like, I was young, and so I'm trying to, because you feel like you got a ego your way. You got a big boy, and I get it. I don't know how this works. So he was like, I ain't getting on no bottom bunk. He was like, I ain't getting on no top bunk, old man. You gonna have to get on top bunk. Old man just was very calm and was like, look, you're not understanding me. I'm going to get on the bottom bunk. This is where I stay. You're a little bit younger. You get up. He said, so they go back and forth a little bit, but he finally was like, all right, man. So he got on the top bunk. He said the next day they eating. Old man come by. He was like, take a walk with me. That already you like all right.
As long as it's an open space walk, okay. But
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
anywhere
So
like, hey, walk me back in, nah.
yeah. No. So he said they walking through the yard now, and he said they talking, and he asking them about his life. He said they just chopping it up. Old man giving them game and stuff like that. And he said they get to the yard. He said when they get to the yard, the old man clap, and everybody in the yard kind of like stand up and like look towards his direction. And he said the old man looked at him and was like, he told him his name. It was like some Muslim name. He was like, I'm so and so, and he was like, I'm the head, something here. He said, if you wouldn't have gave me the top bunk, I was gonna have to kill you. I mean, if you would have gave me the bottom bunk, I was gonna have to kill you last night. So I appreciate you. I don't got time to be worried. It's too much to deal with in here. But I'd have been Muslim that day.
Oh, like, I'm rolling with him. Yeah. I'm Muslim, no more pork. I don't even eat pork. I was like, hey, I've been off pork for about 10 years. So I'm straight Quran, Allah with it. Like, I'm ready.
Because I got survivor here.
I'm only listening to Wu-Tang now. That's it.
Because you got to understand, how I look at it is, one, if these other big dudes and everybody in here respect this person, he done some shit that I don't know what he doing here. So I'm just gonna listen. I'm just,
praying 5 times a day. Praying 5 times a day.
I'm talking. As soon as I wake up, brother, you ready to pray? You ready to get to it? Like, all right, let's get to it.
That sounds way better than the other story I told.
Oh, absolutely. That it's too much, man. Yeah, we might have to make that a segment because it's always a jail story or something. You'd be like, no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this.
Another thing I'm not dealing with. Let me share my screen because this is ridiculous to me. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So someone said we all have done this before growing up. So it's a picture, if you can't see, of a person in a shower, a meme of a person in a shower pooping in their hand, and then the next picture is them throwing that poop in the toilet. Never in my life have I done this. Because when I saw it, I'm like, who's we? Like, I never even thought about this. I never even done this. And whoever was doing this growing up, y'all are diabolical. Just get out away. I'm not pooping in my hand. Because you don't even know what type of poop it's going to be. Like, it's a log that pooped in this person's hand. They throwing it in the toilet. I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm not. First of all, I'm not a fucking Neanderthal, nigga. I'm not like pooping in my hand and throwing it in the toilet. This ain't the shot poop.
That's funny. Shot poop.
Like the Olympics, like, nah. Like, what? Why am I in here doing this? The toilet right there. It is right there. I can just get out and poop, even though I hate a wet butt on the toilet. It's better than pooping in my hand and throwing it in the toilet. Like,
yeah,
nah,
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's insane. Yeah. That's insanity.
You walk in on a girl at her house, she do this. What you talking to her about? How y'all handling that when she get out?
I'm talking to her about come lock the door so nobody get in because I'm leaving. I still care about your safety, but I don't care. I don't care about nothing else outside of that. Hey, I'm about to leave.
You know how wild if you go in the bathroom just to pee, she in the shower, you're like, I'm gonna just use the bathroom real quick. You pee, maybe you washing your hands, and you see her reach. The amount of shock that's gonna be on you, you're gonna be what
if it happened like that, I gotta talk to her about it right then and there. Like, what you doing?
Yeah, because you ain't shocked.
I'm gonna throw it in the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm about to leave so we can get out of the shower, lock the door.
Nah. Because
only way I'm staying if we've been dating for like months and we about to maybe take that next step. I just like we gotta have a real talk about this. Like because now I'm looking at your hands different. You got your hands different. You touching my face with these hands, and I'm gonna be thinking, how long you been doing this? You've been touching my face and cooking my food.
Now I got fecal face. Yeah, I got fecal face out here because you over here. I said
fart in front of me, not pooping your hand in front of me.
Yeah, I think this is just the whole ecosystem around this is just wrong. It just doesn't make sense to me. It don't make. You don't know what type of poop coming out. You don't know.
That's the first thing I said. You don't know if this is gonna be a log or is it gonna be a waterfall or this is gonna be done. Like, what you doing?
And then to throw we in there is crazy. You don't know what that's we have all done this.
And some people were saying, yeah, I'm there. Like, this is insanity to me.
I gotta go down and block every one of those people that say, yeah, because y'all are insane. You're insane. You have no decorum about your life. You don't care about anything.
I'm gonna tell you what, even if you were doing this, if it didn't stop at 12 before you got to a teenager, you're diabolical.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where does, like, if you are allowed to do this, you say 12 is like that, you gotta that's it.
That's your last year doing this because you was a kid. You don't know no better. Someone taught you this and they didn't know no better, but you gotta break this generational curse, this pooperational curse. You gotta break it because this can't continue into your teenage years and adolescence.
Imagine you babysitting, right? And you the boy do that. You gotta sit my man down and say, look, I'm not your parent, but I'm gonna tell you this. You about to be 13. You can't go out here.
No, wait. 1 second. Why am I babysitting a 12-year-old?
I'm just saying, if you like,
why am I seeing you in the shower? Nah.
Or like say if this is your little brother, so maybe you saw him in the bathroom, maybe you went to do something bad, he did some wild. I'm just saying, family, but you got to sit them down and be like, I can't allow you. You can't go outside like that, like, because you gonna be in jail and niggas gonna be punching holes through walls. That's what happened. You don't need to be doing this.
I just felt like I had sense as a kid. I remember being in the pool, being like 6, and I had to poop. I get out, dry myself off as much as I can, and go poop. It sucked, but I had to do what I had to do. I wasn't pooping in the pool. I wasn't pooping in my hand and throwing it. Like, what we doing here? You're not a monkey. That's what monkeys do.
That's what monkeys do. Yeah, you're not a primate out here doing it. Like, that's like, nah, bro.
Like, to me, this is nah, man. I've never even heard of this. I've never even thought about this. Like, so the fact they put we in there, all capital, is insane to me.
Yeah, no. Let me see. I want to share this Uno post. We, nah, nigga, you.
I ain't French.
All right, so.
Here we go. Y'all can't see it, but I'm going to read it. It says, for 2025, the operators and owners in the hierarchy of Uno have come out to say that in Uno, you cannot put out a draw 2 to protect yourself from a draw 2, and you cannot put down a draw 4 to protect yourself from a draw 4. Bruh. Here's the problem with the statement.
One person in the
niggas that invented like Uno don't know how to play no goddamn Uno. Let me tell you something. Boy, it ain't nothing like when somebody put that draw 4. They think you out of there. They think they done did something to you, and then you wham! Throw another draw 4 so the person behind you draw 8. And then they feeling good. And then bam! The person behind them got to draw 12. You keep it going. Period. The way to protect yourself in Uno is always have a gun loaded with a draw 4 or a draw 2. If you put down that draw 2, let me tell you something. Not only am I going to put down my draw 2, I'm going to put down all 3 so the person behind me have to draw 8. Y'all don't know nothing about no Uno. Y'all need to have a meeting with the Black Coalition and the Negroes down south so we can show y'all how to play Uno. Y'all done made the game, but we done took it over. We done took it over. These rules y'all have is the reason people be getting their ass whooped at Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's Day. Because they started playing Uno to be cool, to be a family situation, and y'all getting people smacked up. These are the rules. You put down a draw 4. If you don't have a draw.
Yeah, so basically, you put down a draw 4. I say absolutely. I don't know when people be playing this, you just put down 1 and you draw. Like, nah, like, stack it up, bro. Stack it up. What
Everybody got different ways of playing. I think it could be a regional thing, but only way to play Uno for me is we stacking. You can put down the same number. You can put down, if you drop a draw 4, I can drop a draw 4. We keep it going until you run out. And then unlimited draw until you get your card. I ain't with that take 2 and keep moving. No, Unlimited.
And now there's a version of that where I like unlimited, don't bother me, but there's a version of if you want the game to if you want to shorten the game, okay, maybe you pick up 1, pick up 2, whatever. I'm fine with that. I can deal with it, but I like unlimited. Like just draw. Like I'm cool with that. My other thing, I'm not. What's the point of having the draw +2 and the draw 4 if I can't put it down? Like what we doing? Like it's nothing like seeing that person behind you looking at you like, don't do it. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
And there's nothing like when they drop it and then that person drop it and it keep going. So you just never know how many you can drop down. If they come back around, you want to be ready to keep it going too. That makes the best moments. It'd be funny. Only thing I agree with, you can't put a draw 4 on a draw 2 or a draw.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
But I have seen some people play, and this can make it more intense. And if people want to do this way too, I'm not mad at it. If you drop a draw 4 on me, and I say what color, and you pick a color where I got a draw 2 in that color, I can keep it going. I ain't mad at that.
Interesting. That's interesting.
That's a little more advanced. Some people don't like
more.
I'll give it an option if people want to play that, but that make it exciting too.
Yeah, you got to be an advanced Uno player to play that. You can't just come in like that. But if a regular, I'm telling anybody that don't know Uno, and you come in like, all right, I want to play Uno. I'm gonna tell you this: you got to draw 2, and you put it down. And if I put it down, whoever behind me, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Like it just is what it is. You signed up for this game, and this is why you here. You here now. So when I seen that, I was like, yeah, I agree with you, brother. Like, I don't know how these people playing. Nah, because I just don't get it. Like, if I put draw 2, we just wait for the person to draw 2, and this is next go. I'm like, nah, like if I got it,
that lets me know that the owner of Uno ain't black. That's boring. Like that's boring. That's whack.
That's boring. We want arguments in here. We need people arguing. Let's get to it. That when I was back at my dad's house for Christmas, my stepmom and her sister and then my little brother and little cousin were playing. All you heard in there was them arguing, and they would call one of us in there. When you do this, are you able to do this? And I come there and be like, hey, I mean, he put the draw 4 down. What you want me? This is what happened. Like you got it's part of the rules. Like that's the only Uno I want to play. That's the only Uno.
That is the only Uno. There's no other Uno. Like, the people that don't want to play that way were coddled. And growing up,
people want to play that way. They got participation trophies. We don't do that around here.
That's when I get the whole Kendrick Drake thing. Like you use coddle. If you don't want to play that way, this is the culture. Uno being Drake right now, y'all.
That's funny.
But last thing I got, if you don't have nothing else, is Severance. Once again, that show is just phenomenal. The only show I watch right now. And well, I'll just get it out before you go. This season, they did something in this last episode, which usually would happen in a finale, and that always excites me when they do finale stuff mid-season, because I know the finale gonna be crazy. And the reveal they had in the mid-season was finale worthy type stuff. So I'm just excited. I know you don't watch it yet, but when you do, trust me, you're gonna be in it because that show.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up this boys joint, and then I'm gonna
you need to clarify that.
I'm gonna finish up the boys
show.
Pause. I'm gonna finish up the boys show. Pause. I'm gonna finish up a TV show on Amazon that I'm watching.
Look, I'm not even an advocate of saying pause because I'm a grown man. You know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about. Is you trying to
some pauses are needed.
But that one, you got audio out here.
Yeah, some pauses are needed. I get it.
Like that.
I got you. Niggas don't like
you said I gotta finish the boys. Like, hold on, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I watched the Super Bowl.
I get it. All right, my bad. The TV show. Some pauses are needed. I get it. But no, I'll do Severance at least start. I might even just go ahead and start like the first episode. But I'm scared because then I'm gonna like it. Then I'm gonna end up. I do like sci-fi and all that shit like that. So
phenomenal, man. You gotta start before you get too far behind. They only 4 episodes into the second season, so You know.
Okay, so yeah, so it ain't third season yet; it's just still second season. Okay.
You just got to do the thing. You end your night with it. At least one episode every night, then you'll be done in about 8 days.
Well, now I'm trying to be into my night with reading, so maybe I gotta do it like right before the reading.
Okay, well, before that, at some point, put it on while you eating.
That
Not
works.
while you cooking, because you gotta pay. This is a show you gotta pay attention to. You can't be.
Yeah,
you can't do this if you gotta eat. If you gotta look at what you eat. Like,
that's funny. I told my mom, she was watching something the other day, and I'm looking at her, and she ain't pay attention for about 15 minutes. And then I looked, I said, you watching the show? She's like, yeah. I said, you're not watching the show. I was like, we all do it sometimes, but you're not watching this show. That was funny.
Shows you gotta be paying attention to.
Yeah.
And this is a show you'll miss intricate details if you're not paying attention to. Like if you
sometimes it's a line or something that you
something
need,
you see, like certain, like if you cooking or something, watch a reality type thing. Like I watch Naked and Afraid or Alone or Life Below Zero, stuff I ain't gotta fully be in tune with. But a show like this, you can't miss stuff. That's that heard something look.
Hold on now. You don't want no big nigga coming in here.
It must be
yes, it's definitely Bentley out there.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
So you sent me this morning. I just want to talk about it because I want to show people this show was funny. All right, so basically, it's a dad at the airport. You can hear what he.
What time's our flight? 4:15. It says so.
Do you not have your passport?
I hope you're fucking kidding me. Okay, that's funny.
So basically, they tricked the dad. He said the mom was like, "Do you have your passport?" Looking at the son, and the dad heard it. You can see everything in his mind because I know he done got up early. He done told them, make sure you have everything. He done went through this.
He planned all
this. Everything. You seen everything go before his eyes in like a 1.5 seconds, and he said, "You got to be."
I'm not gonna lie. Next time I'm about to travel with my dad or something, and we do a family trip, I'm doing this, man, because I know what.
Oh yeah. That would get me too. Like, oh my God, you like, come on, man, come on, no, this can't be happening. They should have held it a little bit longer, but they couldn't. He was about to get too upset.
Depending what this trip is, like if this is something he had to be at, then I'm gonna be really mad. But if it's something like, is this a straight family vacation? Yeah, I want you to be there, but you're an adult. This is your fault. You staying. I'm not canceling. I'm not going back. You meet us there. Because meet
me there. Yeah, meet me there. Yeah, but it was when we had like you gonna be upset. I was like, they could have went a little bit longer, but he cracked as soon as he said it was too funny. He couldn't do it.
I would do the same thing with my dad. As soon as he reacted, I'm laughing because it's gonna be funny because you got what you wanted. You got exactly what you wanted, so it would be hilarious.
And I understand the frustration. I can't do it. That's like that study I sent you. They said that people who are late are smarter. So I said, this funny. I said, y'all got to stop this. This is wrong. This whole thing is just wrong. Last thing I end with is this was a funny video. I was like, what is this? Please be here. What is this? I think it's in this tab. Hold on. Likes. Do. Him dog millionaire. Oh no, it's in my bookmark.
It's getting hot in here, like Nelly. Nelly's song getting hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. Every time I record, I do get hot. I don't know if we've seen this before, but let me share my screen. This is just funny because there's nothing you can do after this. All right. This was just funny. You might have seen it, but so basically it's a guy, I guess, going back and forth with somebody on a live or
like that. What the fuck you looking at, nigga?
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. I'll stop the
I got my white boy
bitch ass up, nigga. You won't do shit, nigga. Bitch ass up, nigga.
You got curly hair. You pretty. I don't even take you serious.
Shut your ass
You
up,
pretty.
Nigga.
You something to look at, little nigga. That's what you is.
Yeah.
You admirable, nigga. I'll grab you by your cheeks, nigga. Lay you on your back, nigga. Nah, ain't no okay nothing. I'm a dominant man, nigga. This what a man sound like, nigga. I'ma spit in your mouth, pussy. That's what I'ma do. I'm gonna be your mouth up. I'm a dentist now. Put this dick in there, pretty nigga. Fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Like that.
It was nothing you could do. It was nothing you could do.
You're admirable.
He said you admirable. You a pretty. You admirable.
Nah, play that back. That's funny.
He got him stuck. It was nothing you could do.
That. What the fuck you looking at, nigga?
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. I'll stop the
I got my white boy.
Bitch
pussy.
ass up, nigga. You won't do shit, nigga. Bitch ass up, nigga.
You got curly hair. You pretty. I don't even take you serious.
Shut your ass
you
up.
You pretty.
Nigga.
You something to look at, little nigga. That's what you is.
Smile.
Yeah, you admirable, nigga. I'll grab you by your cheeks, nigga. Lay you on your back, nigga. Nah, ain't no okay nothing. I'm a dominant man, nigga. This what a man sound like, nigga. I'ma spit in your mouth, pussy. That's what I'ma do. I'm gonna be your mouth up. I'm a dentist now. Put this dick in there, pretty nigga. Fuck is wrong with you, bitch?
I'm a dominant man. That's what a man. Nah, ain't no hold on nothing.
Yo, that's insane. He don't want to smile and laugh after a while
because it's gonna catch you so off guard. He's I'm gonna grab you by your cheeks, lay you on your back.
Nah, send that to me. I gotta sit there and go. That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, because what you gonna do? You stumped now. Now you stumped.
That's another reason prison ain't for me.
Yeah, because
that's what them dudes be.
What if you walk in a cell and you trying to be tough and he said, no, you pretty, you admirable, nigga.
Man.
Call somebody admirable sounds so funny. You admirable.
I'm going back to my plan. I used to always tell y'all, I'm gonna be pooping and not showering, so nobody want to be around me. They like, that's the crazy, nasty dude over there. Just stay away from him. You don't want to be with him. Yep, I want to be a loner. Leave me alone.
Oh yeah, leave me alone.
I want to be Texas in there, Lone Star State. Leave me alone.
Nigga, I'm pooped up, nigga. Don't touch it.
Oh, it's caked up in here. Yeah, the cake I got is a different type of cake. It's gonna be poop cake over here.
Poop cake. Oh man, that's funny. That was all I got. That's hilarious. Yeah. you admirable.
That's hilarious. That's insane.
All right, y'all. Make sure you drop a comment. Leave us some likes. And yeah, we'll be back in about a week or two. All right, y'all. Be safe, be easy. And
we'll be back next week. All right.
No. We got a break. And then I think about the 4th or the 11th. But yeah, we probably can pre-record, but yeah.
We'll see, y'all. We'll figure it out.
All right.
All right.
Let me end this.